Can we get more makeup in here? Zerk needs makeup again, please. Oh man, are we on? We are on. Oh, okay. Hold on. We got. I don't. All right, we're good. Zerk, sorry, buddy. We're gonna have to just stay where we're at with the makeup. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday evening and happy birthday to Don Lewis. I want to make sure. Can everybody hear? Can everybody hear me in the chat? All right. Hello, Linda. Hello, Sue. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Nosy. Hey, Plant Queen from TikTok. No, I did not get hair extensions. All right, great. You guys can hear. All right, whoever's on Facebook, you have to type your name when you chat because if you don't log into the StreamYard thing, it doesn't tell us what your name is on the chat. Whoever's on Facebook and said, "We brother," just type your name in and then comment again. And oh, all right. Hey, what's up, Jill? All right, so maybe it's Jill. All right, so we're going to have a little birthday party tonight. I hope people have cake and ice cream because I'm going to have some cake and ice cream here pretty soon. But I also have a special guest on the channel. And hey, moderators, we're not going to be talking about any case stuff tonight. No case stuff. We're going to talk about Don. We're going to tell some stories about Don, but we're not talking about any case stuff whatsoever. So moderators, if someone starts talking about any case stuff, just hide the comment. Okay, moderators, please. Thank you. All right, so I'm so excited to have this guest. This is one of Don Lewis's close friends for many years. And this is the person that knows a lot of things about Don Lewis and his day-to-day activities when he was working and other things. I'm so excited. All right, before I bring them on, I want people to guess, who do you think it is? Oh, Nosy. I didn't even say guess yet. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Nosy already guessed Dale, then Anne. And then she says Anne again. All right. Nosy and Carrie cannot answer any questions. Okay, but yeah, it's sweet Anne McQueen is going to join us this evening. And she's sitting backstage right now. Like, I'm really excited. And there goes an F-bomb by Nosy. Oh my gosh, I got to wait till that clears. I can't have Anne seeing that stuff. Oh, goodness. All right, so let me bring her in. I don't want to wait anymore. And Anne, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
I got a big fly flying around here. Everybody, welcome Anne McQueen. Sweet Anne McQueen. Hey, Anne, are you drinking anything?
I have a cup of coffee in my favorite coffee cup next to me.
What's your coffee cup say? If it's your favorite coffee cup.
It says loved beyond measure. And on the reverse side, it says for God so loved the world, John 3:16.
All right. So it's not like a picture of you giving that look or anything, because that would make a really good coffee mug. You know what I'm talking about. You know the look, right?
No, I don't. You and my kids don't. You do, but I don't have a clue.
It's the look. Yeah, I hope one day everybody gets to see that look. But I guess we'll see one day if they do. But all right, so Anne, before we came on, you said you've been celebrating Don's birthday all day long. What have you? And there's a lot of people saying hi to you.
I can't see their comments, so okay. I don't know.
All right, they are, hello, Miss Beautiful Sweet Anne. You look beautiful tonight. Your hair looks brushed. Hey, Anne, we love you, Anne. Oh, there's my Anne. Hello, Miss Anne. Welcome, Anne. I love coffee. Welcome, Sweet Anne. I mean, it's all, people that love you. I mean, there's so many people. Hugs. Um, okay, so you've celebrated Don's birthday all day long. I think he'd have been 83 today.
83, yes.
Yeah, 83. So what have you done to celebrate his birthday today?
Well, I went through my phone and I picked out pictures and I picked out memories and I went down
Mm.
memory lane. I've posted, I think, 7. I'm about to run out of pictures, but certainly not memories.
I could probably pull up some of your pictures that you posted and put them on the screen. Maybe I will do that later when we run out of things to talk about. I don't think we will run out of things to talk about. All right, what's your favorite story about Don Lewis? What's your all-time favorite story?
Oh my goodness.
All right, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to
Okay.
that question. Oh, I'm really excited, right? Can you tell I'm excited? Like I'm giddy. Like I'm,
You
I'm
look like you
so
are.
I am. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see you. And I'm also excited. Should we tell them? Should we tell everybody? Or should we wait
For what?
to tell them the surprise?
I
The
think you
sur-
should go ahead and tell them now. You always tease people too much.
I know I do. Always put things out there and then I just leave it. Someone's saying, hi, sweet Anne from Australia. And just so everybody knows, it's two sweets. It's sweet, sweet Anne. So let's get that. Oh, Nosy's like, tell us, tell us. Everybody wants to know. Okay. Here's not only do we have Anne McQueen, but we have also the favorite daughter. The favorite daughter is also here with us. Gail, the youngest and the favorite daughter of Don Lewis. Hi, Gail. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm waiting for the chat to start up. Everybody's going to. So, someone said, Anne, stay with the coffee. Don't let Ripper tempt you. They're talking about drinking alcohol. I had enough to drink last Sunday night. No, I'm done for a while. So there's hello, Gail, gorgeous Gail, and we're going to tell the story later of why I tease you and say you're the favorite.
Okay.
Hey,
But
she
not,
brushed her hair too.
I know her hair looks really, really pretty. Not only do we have the favorite, but we also have Hollywood.
Baby,
We
it's
have
lagging. Can you
Hollywood here
turn everything
joining
off?
us as well.
Can't do this.
What'd you say, Linda? Are you there?
Hi
Uh-oh,
there.
Linda's freezing. Oh,
Yes,
there she is.
I'm
There
here.
she is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I think
I-
Linda's having
I'm
technical
out in the
difficulties.
woods. My internet's crap.
That's okay. We can see you. It's all good. People are saying hello, Gail from Australia.
It's my
And not only do we have Hollywood and the favorite, we also have Donna, the namesake of Don Lewis. So we're getting ready to have a good birthday party. Welcome, Donna, Hollywood, Gail, Anne. I know everybody is going to get really excited. Peggy says this is definitely turning into a celebration. And I'm thinking back earlier today. Let's see. Right now it's 8:44, so 9:4. I think about exactly 1 year ago from today, I was probably just leaving Gail's house. Do you remember what time I left last year when I came out? Because this is our 1 year anniversary.
It is. It is.
Yeah, so everybody knows I met these ladies last year on this very day. I think around 4:30 in the afternoon is when I
Mhm.
got out there, and I don't know if I stayed past 9 or I think I was there 4.5 hours.
Okay.
I think you guys told us stories, or told me stories for 4.5 hours, and then after at some point in the evening, your mom showed up, and that was a really
Mhm.
nice surprise because I didn't think she was going to make it. So, all right. So, what have you guys done today to celebrate your dad's birthday? We better.
I went to the store and bought ice cream
Oh,
tonight. and Gail and I looked at
So Linda has a balloon. Donna has some ice cream. Gail.
I have some ice cream, and I went out to Daddy's plaque and made sure it was all nice and clean, and just visited with him a little bit.
Yeah, the plaque is really nice out there. I got to see it on Easter, and it's perfect. And then, all right, Anne, you've posted pictures all
It
day
is.
and relived memories. So now that you've had a little time to think, what's your favorite memory of Dawn?
Oh goodness, I have so many. I don't know. Don't make me do this. Don't
Okay,
make me start
all right.
crying.
All right. What about, I'll tell you my favorite story about him is the story that you guys told whenever he got upset with somebody and fired them, and then the next day he got mad at them because they didn't show up to work.
Right.
That's my favorite story. So who knows that story of you all? Who knows the story the best that can tell
That was-
everybody that story? Oh,
Yeah.
we just lost Linda.
Probably me, because I worked there with Daddy and the truck drivers and the guys working in the yard, and Daddy would just get upset if someone was loading something incorrectly, or with Daddy you did it like he said. There was no your way, there was only his way, and that was fine because his way was usually the best anyway. But he would holler and he would yell and he would fire these poor guys, and then I would come into work the next day and he'd be like, "Where's so-and-so?" And I'm like, "Daddy, you fired him." "Well, I know that, but he still should have come." So that was, as long as you showed back up and showed the initiative, fine, get back to work,
So he would
Yeah,
just
that
get
was usually-
upset. Go ahead, Ann.
That was usually Johnny DeRocher and Elio. Those were the two most often.
So did they get fired a lot?
Every other day.
So eventually, at some point, did they just show up to work the next day, even though they'd been fired, or was it always like call them up and tell them to get back in here? Or I'm just curious as to how, because if I got fired, I wouldn't go back to work the next day. But of course, if someone calls and said, "Hey, get back in here," I'd be like, "Okay." But then eventually you would think you just get fired and you just come back. You just like, he just needs time to calm down and then I'll come back tomorrow and everything will be fine.
I don't know, Gil, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he a lot of times send like Mr. Baker or me over to their houses to knock on their doors and tell them to come back to work?
Yes. Yep.
So he never fired you though, Ann? He never fired you?
No, I quit twice.
Hmm.
Oh, all right. Linda's back. Hold on. Here she is. All right, Linda. Well, we understand you're out in the country and you have internet service that is suspect. So that's all right. If you every time you leave, we won't talk about you like we did this last time. We'll just talk. We'll tell stories.
My ears were burning.
We weren't talking about you, but we were talking about how your dad would get upset with someone and fire them and then complain the next day because they didn't come back to work the next day. And then Ann said there were times when she had to go over to their houses and tell them to come back to work. It was who, Johnny and Mr. Baker?
No, Johnny and
Yes.
it was Johnny DeRocher and Alio, and I don't remember Alio's last name. He was
Mr. Baker probably never got fired.
oh Lord no.
Yeah, because he was
It happened
one
to
of,
Danny once.
Yeah. All right. So, Linda, what's your favorite story about your dad? Uh-oh, she's frozen again.
Yes.
All right, we'll come back to her. Donna, what's your favorite story about your dad? And I'm going to guess it's going to have something to do with business, but maybe not. Go ahead. I want to hear your favorite story.
Well, y'all have all heard it before. It's the one where I was in high school and had to get to play practice after school and didn't have a way to get there. And Dad had sold my car out from under me. And so I called him and he said, well, there's a car out in the driveway. Go get the keys off my dresser and get yourself to school. I reminded him that it was a stick shift and that I'd had no training on a stick shift. And he told me again, he said, just, you'll figure it out. Just go get in the car and get yourself to school. So I managed to get to school, which was only about 3 miles away. I don't think I ever got out of second gear, but it taught me a good lesson.
So
He was basically teaching us to tackle problems, think for ourselves, and just not be afraid.
and you had probably seen him drive a stick many times, I would assume.
I had. We never, well, I don't know about Linda and Gail, but I really never knew what I was going to be driving. I remember driving a wrecker to work when I worked for the bank and had to wear suits and heels. And that was the only thing that was in the drive was a wrecker. And I drove it for about 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Would you drive one today? Because I can't imagine seeing you driving a wrecker. I can't see it.
Sure, if I had to, if that's what was in the drive, of course.
No, I actually could. I could see it. I could. For those that don't know, Anne, you used to be a driver. You used to drive a truck, like a big truck, correct?
I did.
Because a lot of people don't know that. I mean, a lot of them do, but you drove like an 18-wheeler? Is that?
Yes.
That's so awesome. And how did you meet Dawn?
Well, I
Were
had
you-
lost my job at commercial carrier, and I went in and I applied for a job, and he hired me. Well, actually, Dorothy, his secretary at the time, is the one that hired me, and he wasn't any easier on me than he was the guys. You want my favorite story? I'll tell you my favorite
Yes.
story. Actually, it's
Yes.
not my favorite story, but it would be my favorite lesson. I have probably been driving for Don for maybe 4 or 5 months. I was having a hard time backing my trailer in, and one of the guys says, I'll do it for you. And I said, okay. So I got out of the truck and I let him back it in. Well, he ran over a tree stump or something, and he popped one of the tires. Well, that made Don mad, and Don made me change that semi-truck tire all by myself while he stood there and watched me. He told me at that time that would teach me a lesson, that if it was my job to do something, that I should do it, and I should do it right.
Oh, that's a tough lesson.
Well, yeah, now keep in mind, I'm 5'2", and back in those days, I probably weighed 135, 145 pounds. And that semi-truck tire probably weighed about 125 pounds.
So did you have to, like, you jacked the thing up and all that? You did the whole thing? Like,
I did it from start to finish.
that's impressive. I can't say that I'm surprised, though. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by anything that any of you all have done. I'm really not. But Nosy says to you, Anne, she says, I know you were cussing him in your head. Were you?
Yeah.
Back
Probably.
then, maybe?
Can I plead the fifth?
You sure can. Peggy says the lesson that no woman should be dependent on a man. That's a good lesson. I mean, yes. And here we go. Here, I'm getting ready to get woman powers coming. I'm going to have to be careful because they'll kick me out of here and it'd just be you guys and I'll be, maybe. I think it's almost time for cake and ice cream, actually. I don't know how many people in the chat have cake and ice cream because I'm saying that hoping that here I need to put in my order for my birthday cake and ice cream. We'll see if we get some cake and ice cream here. Do you all have to go and grab your ice cream?
Yep. It'll only take a minute.
Okay, let's get our cake and ice cream stuff, and then we can.
Jack, I'm trying to respond, but can't seem to comment. And somebody asked what Dad's favorite ice cream was, so I wanted to let them know it was butter pecan. But I can't.
But yeah,
I can't. There's no place for me to type on there.
They can hear you. They can hear you, so you can just say butter pecan.
Okay, Dad's favorite ice cream was butter pecan.
Anytime that you want.
and that's what I have.
Oh, do you? I couldn't.
Yeah.
Actually, I got pralines and pecans, so I'm going to go get mine.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to wait for them to come back because I have mine right here. Here, I'll just.
I brought mine with me, but I added a little bit of peanut butter to it.
There's my cake and ice cream. Who's going to sing happy birthday?
Not I.
I can't sing a lick, but maybe I can type it in the comments. All right. Linda has a balloon. Ann has coffee. Gail has what kind of ice cream? What kind do you
It's
have?
vanilla with chocolate.
Vanilla with chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry. Today's been so crazy. All right, Donna, what do you have? Here's my cake and ice cream.
Oh, fancy.
I know. Yeah, Zerk.
I'm
Zerk
trying
has
to
our cake. Oh, Linda, you have ice cream too. Yeah, Zerk made the cake and ice cream.
I don't even think Donna bothered to put it in a bowl, did she?
No, I just ate it right out of the container. It's called
I didn't even notice that.
Bourbon Praline Pecan by Haagen-Dazs.
Did you mix any alcohol in
that's
there?
good.
Did you say bourbon?
Well, it says right on it says bourbon right on it, but it needed a little extra.
All right. I'm going to blow the candle out, and I'm going to say happy birthday to Don Lewis. And he would have been 83 today.
Happy
And
birthday, Daddy.
I'm gonna make the same wish that your mom made on Easter when she blew out her candle. It's the same wish. Oh, I blew it out. That means it's going to come true. I'll go put this here so I can. Oh, man, this is going to be good. Okay, so we have Donna's favorite story. We have one of Ann's. We're missing Gail. And I don't know, we didn't get yours, Linda, because you left us. So what's your all's favorite stories, or should we just eat first?
Well, there's so many of them, so you can't say favorite. What's a story?
Okay, what's one of your favorite stories about your dad?
Do I sound okay? Because I'm echoing on my end.
Yeah, you
Sound
sound
okay?
fine. Yeah.
Hold on just a minute. Okay, Google, stop. Oh, God. My 10 o'clock alarm went off. Okay.
It's 10 o'clock there, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. Greg takes medicine at 10, so Google tells him when to do it.
So do you have to...
One of the stories I remember... What?
I'm listening. Yeah, one of the stories you remember?
One of the stories was we lived in the back of a neighborhood The neighborhood was in front of us where all the houses were, and there was a couple on our street with a little bit more acreage to it. And I was 12 years old, 11 or 12, and my dad brought home a little midget race car. And there was, at the end of the street was a recreational park. And so he would take me down, and in the parking lot and all over the place, I would drive the little midget race car. And I loved it, but all the boys in the neighborhood right across the street, they would come and watch, and could tell that they wanted to ride the midget race car. But anyway, you never knew what he was going to bring home, and that's what he brought home that time.
So when you say midget race car, do you mean like a go-kart or like
No,
really
it was
fast-
actually covered. It looked like a midget race car. The front was totally covered. It wasn't a go-kart. And the boys were jealous.
He was a very interesting person. I mean,
To say the least.
yeah, I mean, what that reminds me of is how he wanted to create the miniature cats, like miniature tigers. So he had a miniature race car. I guess shouldn't be surprised.
We didn't keep it long. We didn't keep anything long, but we had it for a little while.
And did everyone drive it, or like who got to
I just
drive it?
remember doing it. Donna or Gail, did y'all drive it?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember.
Donna probably didn't take training on driving that race car, so she probably didn't do it. Training.
No, I think I must have been younger. Linda didn't trust me with it or something.
I wonder if that was, well, Linda, you said you were like 9 or 10?
Well, 11, around 11, maybe 12, but you would have been under 10, Gail. So
Right.
it was red. And again, he just brought it home for a few days, and then it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gail, what's one of your favorite stories about your dad? And it can't be the Corvette story. No, it can be whatever.
Well, I mean, I've told some of them, but I mean, the one that leads up to the Corvette story is the bad wreck I had between my junior and senior year. I was driving a little Toyota, and Daddy had me. I learned to drive in big pickups, diesel pickups. But then after I learned, he put me in a Toyota, and I was too trusting. And I trusted the big dump truck guy when he waved me through, kind of at a light. And so I went, and another car came from behind him, and we collided. And I had a 5-gallon can of gas behind my seat. I had 2 big paint cans of. We were painting the stadium. I was dance rep. We were painting the stadium during the summer. Anyway, the paint exploded all over the inside. The gas didn't, thank goodness. But Daddy was who I called, and so as soon as I could, when the ambulance got there and stuff, I called that. No, the ambulance didn't get there. The police got there, and I called Daddy, and he left the shop, and he put his headlights on, and he blew his horn, and he got there before the ambulance even got there. And I was fine. I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything, but my dad was, like I said, he was my hero. He was the person I called when I needed help or was in trouble or,
So was that the wreck that caused you not to want to drive anymore?
It did after that wreck, because I didn't trust anyone anymore. I didn't even want to drive anymore. And so that's when he bought me the Corvette. And I was like oblivious. I didn't know that it was anything special until I went to school my senior year and got a lot of attention from the boys.
So you weren't wanting to drive, and he wanted you to drive.
He did. He wanted me to have that fear.
You were just scared to get back and drive. And then I think the story goes, you guys were going down the road or whatever, and you saw a Corvette, and you said, "Oh, I like that car."
I did. Yeah.
And then he ended up he went out and bought you one
You're
because he
right.
knew you would like it and you would drive it.
Right.
He probably bought it for you because you were his favorite.
Oh, gosh. I was the youngest, and he was still very young when I came along. And I was such a happy baby. I would just point and laugh at people, and Daddy just loved that. So he would just take me places and just to see me laugh at people. So, you know.
Someone asked, not Hollywood Linda, but someone has brain freeze because they're eating their ice cream. The other Linda, that someone said, "How is Gladys doing?" What they say? How's your mom doing?
She's doing wonderfully well. She's just working too hard, as usual. She's supposed to be watching tonight.
I bet she is watching. So, hello, Mom. So everybody can say hi to Gladys in the chat. I bet she is watching. I bet she is. So hello, Gladys. And I'm sure the chat's going to light up with hello, Gladys. All right.
Mama just had her birthday too. Her birthday's in April also. And
yeah,
so
she just had a birthday.
She made some wishes on her cake too.
I know. I remember her wish. And I think that's going to be, yes, it was a perfect wish. All right, I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. Okay, let's take some questions from the chat regarding Don Lewis. If anyone has any questions that they want to ask about Anne and Don's daughters and their relationship with him and things like that. Not we're just talking
Peggy
about
did ask.
good stuff.
Peggy did ask if Dad taught all of us to drive, and yes, he did.
Oh yeah, I did see that. So he taught you all how to drive.
Yeah.
And did 'cause I taught my daughters how to drive. However, I taught them with a golf cart. But you guys probably drove like a real car.
Okay.
Like yeah, no, my daughters would drive golf carts out here when they were 6 and 7, and then that kind of taught them how to drive. I mean, kinda, but yeah, there's people saying yes to golf cart. So how old were you all when he taught you how to drive? Were you like 13, 14, or did he wait till you were 16?
Well, when we got our learner's permit, 15, was when we could get it here. Now, Mom also helped teach us to drive, but I remember driving the family to church on Sundays, and Dad would sit in the front seat. So.
And you drove?
Yeah.
Was everybody scared when you would drive? Like, was everyone praying on the way to church?
You'll have to ask them. I don't know.
Who is the best driver? Now, I'm going to say, I bet Anne. I bet Anne's like the best driver.
I don't know. After that wreck that I had, I mean, before the wreck, I would have probably said that. But after the wreck, I'm not quite sure.
Now, you just had a wreck not that long ago, right? Like, how has it been 5 or 6 months?
It was back, what was it, last September, October? It was
6 or 7 months. Yeah. So
yes.
What happened with that wreck?
I didn't look twice.
But before that, you're probably the best driver. Because you do have a lot of driving experience.
Well, I would say that's my first wreck.
'Cause
So
even Donna said at one point or something, she said, well, if Anne's going with us, she can drive because she has a lot of experience driving. I think
did
she's
say that.
talking about your
Yeah.
truck driving
Mhm.
days.
Well, Linda and Gail will say I have the heaviest foot. I drive the fastest. I drive more than Linda and Gail. I do a lot of driving.
Mhm.
So,
can I say something here?
Oh,
Mhm.
please.
Uh-huh. I would say that Donna probably is a good driver, but she has a
But-
lot of her father. She has a lot of her father in her. And on the trip that we took together, the four of us, I don't think Donna put that cotton picking phone down for a half a second.
She talks to her phone, doesn't she? Because she does that talk to texting or whatever it is, right? When she's driving.
Well, I've never been with her whenever she was driving, but I do know that when she was in the car with
Not
us
when
and I
she's
was
driving.
driving. Yeah, well, I don't know about when she's driving, but she doesn't let that phone get too far from her ear.
Yeah, she can't do it when she's driving, but yes. So you drove and she was on the phone the whole time. But of course, Donna, you have like your own business and all your work is on your phone, right?
on my phone. Right.
Yeah. So that's your excuse.
Mhm. Yeah, I really don't like the phone. I really don't like to talk, but unfortunately, I have to. So,
You have to have it.
Mhm.
And Don was always on his phone too.
right. But he,
Yeah.
Donna, that was meant as a compliment towards you.
all
Your
right,
phone.
all right. Oh, let's see.
Here's a good
Oh,
question.
Somebody asked what the family's favorite game was that we played together. Hands down, Monopoly.
Mhm.
I mean, Dad would play that with us. I mean, think about it. It's about property and monopolizing, buying and selling property.
Mhm.
So that was the family's favorite game to play together.
And who would win?
Do you remember, Gail?
Yeah, if Daddy was playing with us, which he usually did, he won. He won most of the time.
Who was the banker?
Ooh, that I don't recall.
Did you guys do your own banking, or because some people they play and they have one person that's the banker, then some people play and everybody's their own banker. But you don't remember if you guys had one family member that was always the banker?
Yeah, no, we just had one banker. That might have been Daddy. But we did play Monopoly a lot.
Well, now I think they have the Monopoly things and it's like electronic and you don't have to count the paper money. Did you guys know that? We should, next time I come to Florida, we should play Monopoly. We'll do a live where we'll just put a camera up above us and we'll just play Monopoly and play until one person's left. Did playing Monopoly ever cause any arguments? You won't ever get mad because they had to.
I don't remember getting mad. I just know that I don't like to lose at all. So I probably wasn't too happy if Daddy won. Yeah.
All right. One of the questions is, did Dawn ever embarrass you girls like dads do? Like, especially if I have my youngest and we're out in public, I will try to do things to embarrass her on purpose. Did Don ever do that? Anything like that where he would intentionally embarrass you guys for kidding around, like to be humorous?
I don't remember doing that.
No.
Mm-mm. I don't remember.
Let's see here. And I do. there are people talking about the arguments with Monopoly. I do remember playing Monopoly as a kid and people getting really upset because they'd end up losing and have to pay a gigantic amount of money and then you don't have enough, and it can be pretty competitive.
Well, it was competitive, and we all realize how competitive we are whenever we get together to play games. We don't think we are until then. But, you know, even in playing the game, I think Monopoly was a learning experience. It was all about making choices and living with those choices. So
Right.
I don't remember ever, you know, any big blow-ups or anything. You chose to buy or not to buy. You chose to go to jail or not. And so, you know, you either won or you lost. It was your decision.
Right. All right. Linda just texted me and said her internet keeps going out, so she's just going to watch. She's not going to come back, but she wanted to tell everybody thanks for joining in and celebrating her dad's birthday. So, everybody, thank you from Linda for celebrating Dawn's birthday, but her internet keeps going out. And oh, there she is in the chat now, saying hi to everybody. So she's going to watch with the rest of us, and I bet your mom is watching too. Did your mom ever win in Monopoly?
I don't remember Mama playing the games very often with us.
Right. I don't either. I don't remember Mom playing. It was usually just us girls and Dad.
So, and did you all play like any? I know when you're working, I know Dawn was always working, but was there ever a time where you guys like played cards or any kind of board games or anything like that?
No.
No, because it was always working.
Well, he played a lot of jokes on us, and
Oh,
we laughed a lot of times.
like what kind of jokes? I'm gonna put you on the spot. What do you remember any of the jokes? Like little pranks?
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of. He, the one most vivid that I remember was shortly after I'd started working in the office, and he gave me a couple $100 bills and told me to go down to Big John Barbecue. Gil, you remember that place, right?
I do. Yeah.
And I had never been to Big John's Barbecue. And he gave me a couple $100 bills and told me to go get, and he told me what to get. There was a couple of guys there and then us girls in the office. And I get there, and this place is not some place that I would have thought that I would ever ate at. I mean, it just did not look all that great. Food was wonderful. Well, the cashier didn't have the change to break the $200 bills that I had, or the $100 bill, whatever it was. She didn't have change, so she sent me over to this guy that was sitting. Now, he was a preacher, and this is the biggest black man that I have ever met in my life. He was also the sweetest, but when that man stood up to my little 5'2", I was shaking in my boots. And he made a comment to me about the $100 bill, and I says, well, I don't know, I work for Don Lewis. And Big John knew Don, and he says, just give them their food. That was a prank that Don played on me, because he knew what was going to happen when I got over there.
Oh, so he knew they wouldn't have change for the 100, and
he knew that I would have to. He knew that I'd have to talk to Big John. Like I said, he and his family continues to run the place. He had his church right across the street from the barbecue place, Gail?
Probably. I don't remember that, but it's probably close by.
Yeah.
All right. And how tall are you? You're like 5'2"?
Yeah. and I fudged on that last half inch.
Oh, so you're barely 5'2", or
Just barely.
Yeah, because 5'2" is not. I mean, I'm trying to think back to our picture. You know, we took a picture, but I don't remember you being that short. I mean, and I mean 5'2" is not super short, but I don't. I would not. If someone asked me, I would have thought you were 5'6". But
Did I have high heels on? At 67, I still wear my high heels.
did you have heels on when?
I don't know.
I don't
Probably.
either. But well, there was. I'm thinking of on the porch at your house. And of course, there's other times that I saw you too, but yeah, I didn't think you were that short, but yeah. All right. So someone in the chat says they're barely 5 foot tall. 5 foot. That's the Miranda, the TikTok plant queen. She has tons of plants. And all right, there's people. All right. So the true crime granny is 4'9".
Hey, I like anybody that's shorter than me.
Yeah, I just don't really think about people, I guess, in their how tall they are or how short they are. But there's a lot of people that are just barely 5 feet tall.
There's Miranda Lynn asked a question about what types of things we did together. In church, it was mostly church. Wednesday nights, Sunday mornings, Sunday nights. Somebody else asked a question about if Dad intimidated our boyfriends, and no, he didn't. Right, Gil? I mean, I only dated one man. I don't. Gil, you may have dated other people, but did you have other boyfriends besides your husband?
Oh, nobody really steady. I mean, we married boys from our church, so Daddy knew their families, he knew their background, so there was nothing to be, concerned with.
So, are you saying your sister Linda only had one boyfriend?
No,
Linda's in the chat. Linda, how many boyfriends did you have?
needs to come back on.
Linda was a social butterfly. She probably didn't have boyfriends. She probably just had lots of friends that were. She probably hung out with a lot of boys, but not boyfriends. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Linda. How old was Linda when she moved out? Oh, she's laughing.
18. The day she turned 18, she moved out.
She was ready. She was ready to get out.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So he didn't intimidate any of your boyfriends.
Mm-mm.
And you went, all right, so you went to church 3 times a week?
We did.
Did you guys like before you went to bed, did you have like Bible study or anything like that?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, so just
No.
church. You just went to church and so how many times have you all read the Bible? I mean, obviously if you're going to church 3 times a week, I would assume you've read the Bible once, twice, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not putting you on the spot, but it's a tough book to get through, But
Well, I sat through a lot of Bible studies
and
a lot of Sunday school classes, and I read a better portion of the Bible and studied more than most ministers that I've sat under. So as far as just sitting down and reading it from cover to cover, like making that a goal for the year or something, no, I never did that.
Okay. So it wasn't, you went to church a lot, but it wasn't strict. Like you're at home reading the Bible every night and that kind of stuff. It wasn't like that.
No.
What'd you say, Ann?
I think there's kind of a misconception there. Have any of us sat down and started at Genesis and went all the way to Revelations? I don't think so. But with all the Bible studies and everything, we've probably read every verse in the Bible or studied or listened to it, but to actually sit and read the whole thing from cover to cover. I think that's a misconception. I do know that there are people that do it.
Mhm.
But I don't think that it's something I know that I haven't, but I don't think there's a book in the Bible that I haven't read, just not
Right.
all at one time.
Yeah. No, I just wondered because I mean, some people they do read it from front to back multiple times. And Linda's claiming she only had one boyfriend through high school. Um,
Okay.
it,
We know who that was, but she had a lot of friends that were boys. She just
Uh-huh.
had a lot of friends, period.
yeah.
So,
Well, and she probably still does because she is
yes.
a very outgoing,
Mm-hmm.
fun,
Mm-hmm.
lovable, laughing person. She when she comes in the room, it's like you know she's there because you have the social butterfly. I mean,
Mm-hmm. You do.
she's yeah. So
Somebody else was asking about family dinner. What was like family night dinner like? I would say it would have been more like Sunday dinner because Dad was home every evening, but he might get home late, and we all had homework. So Sundays were what I remember the most. Was Sunday after church. Mom always made a big pot roast, and Dad always had the Sunday paper. And usually after dinner, we were all being piled into the car off to look at something that was for sale.
oh,
That was in the paper. That was our Sunday afternoon ritual. Dad found something he would want to buy, So there'd be a good deal on something.
and everybody would go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So who in the family can sing? Someone said that they went to church a lot, there has to be someone that in the family that could sing, but we know.
No, I used to sing in the youth choir. There was just a little group of like 5 or 6 of us, and I sang.
That you all didn't do like solos in church,
No.
and you didn't
No.
either.
No, I did the youth choir. Donna played the piano though. Donna was the piano player. Well, not at church, but in the group.
Oh, so Donna,
Yeah.
you never played the piano in church?
No, I wasn't that good. No, I was in a little singing group also, and then later on, I got into handbells. Now I would play in the handbell choir. I did sing in the adult choir for a little while, but I would never be a soloist or anything like that.
Did you say you weren't that good at playing the piano?
Mm-hmm.
But don't you have like a grand piano in your house?
Well, it's a baby grand, but yes.
But you can play you're a pretty good piano player, right?
Yes,
Or not?
she is.
She is, isn't
Very
she?
good. I used to go and sit on her recitals. Yeah.
I don't play anymore, Jack.
Well, the piano is my favorite instrument.
Yes, it's a difficult instrument, but it's beautiful.
I love the piano.
I do too.
Oh, ballet. Did Linda do? Oh, Linda did ballet.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
I did ballet also. I did take ballet and tap.
Oh, we've learned something new.
Yeah, I might still be able to do a plie, but I don't know. We'd have to see how the hip holds up with that one. But yep, I sure did. I took ballet and tap dancing when I was a kid for balance and things. That's all. All right, so one day we're gonna have to see Donna play the piano.
I don't think so, Jack.
Uh-huh. And people are talking about me and my ballet stuff. I was not very good at ballet, but the only reason I did it was for balance, for athletics, because it helps with that stuff. But I only did it for, I don't even know if it was a full year, but I I did have my ballet shoes and, but anyway. All right. What's let's get a couple more questions in, and then we'll let these sweet ladies go. And I did see your sister told me to keep talking. I think she was being a smarty pants because I was saying something about her. I said, "Oh, she's saying she only had one boyfriend in high school," and then I had a look on my face, and then I think that's when it came in. And she said, "Keep talking." I think she was threatening me. I think, but I could be wrong. Oh gosh, there's. It's a really good question, but we're not gonna. I mean, did you guys see the? Oh yeah, I don't even want to talk about her. I don't want to do it. So never mind. What was the last thing? What was the last thing that Dawn said to you all? Do you guys remember? I know what with Anne. Anne, do you remember? I mean, for you, it was that Friday afternoon after you guys had lunch, and you had talked to him, before he left. But do you all remember? Donna, do you guys remember the last time you talked to him?
I do remember the last time I spoke with him was on Father's Day. And the boys and I had gone out there to visit him. I took him some blueberry muffins, and we visited all afternoon with the animals. And, he loved to show us all of his animals. That was just part of who Dad was. And he talked about Costa Rica. And how he had enough property there that we could all build homes down there. As far as the last sentence he said to me was, he probably goodbye, Donna.
Yeah. But he was talking about everybody moving, like you all going down to Costa Rica also to get out of the States because.
Right. He was concerned about the way the U.S. is headed. And he was visionary. He was always a step ahead. He knew that there was less government regulations and things. I don't know. I don't know if I could have ever made the move. That's, a total different, just a different vibe. I didn't speak Spanish. I still have to use the translator on my phone. But he loved it, and I'm sure that we would have loved visiting there.
Yeah. I don't want to get sad, but what do you guys? Someone did ask a good question. What's one of the things that you wish he was here for? Like, what do you like? What do you miss?
Well, I respected his opinion, and so I miss being able to go to him and just talk about, Daddy, what would you do in this situation, and just help me make a decision on this investment, or just things like that. I mean,
business type stuff.
Yeah, I miss that.
Yeah,
I miss family dinners. He was different. Just the fact that he would go out and buy used things because it was a good deal and he could afford to go and buy new things, but he liked to get good deals, and he instilled that in all of us. We're all very frugal people.
You're savvy shoppers.
Well, I miss the family times. I miss him at the kids' birthdays, at the holidays.
Right.
He always made the gatherings special. You never knew what little special thing he was going to do. When my twins turned 1, they were born on my older son's birthday, so he turned 5 and they turned 1 on the same day. And Daddy rented this big this big sign, that had lights behind it, and he slid the little letters in and said happy birthday, and he had it there in the front yard. Just peculiar little things like that
Mhm.
that I miss.
What about you, Anne? 'Cause
I
you
miss
spent a lot of
having
time
my
with him.
I miss having my friend and my confidant. There wasn't anything that I didn't tell Don. And like Donna, advice on things, on how you should handle things or how you should do this. And he was always very, he was always very patient with me. I'm not sure exactly how he was but with me whenever it come to questions and teaching me how to do things. He was very patient. Um, if it weren't for Don and the favorite sitting in the bottom right hand corner here, I don't think that I would be where I'm at today.
Don was an important person in your life, right, Anne? I mean, he was a big deal to you. I mean, I mean, I think I've heard you say it many times where you'd say, Don saved my life. I mean, he was a very important person to you for many reasons.
Yeah, if I had to put my finger on it, Jim started it. Don pushed it a little bit harder, and Gail pushed it over the top.
And these girls are like sisters to you. When you say, I mean, aren't they? You guys are. I think you guys are like family. I mean, that's what I see.
I love each and every one of the girls, and there is not anything that I would not do for them.
Right.
Okay, so you made me cry.
I'm sorry. I did. It wasn't my fault. It was. We blame it on the people. I mean, Gail's crying too.
No, Daddy had a way of seeing your potential and what you could become,
Right.
and he allowed you to achieve it.
Yeah, he was a very smart person, and I think he gave everybody a chance. If somebody had good intentions, he would help them.
Right. He did.
Yeah, and we need more people like that in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We really do. I mean, there's not enough people like that in the world that actually want to help other people for the right reasons. So all right, I'm gonna let you guys go. I could sit here all night, but it's 10:40 there. I don't want to keep you guys up really late. It's people are in the chat saying they're crying also.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you guys.
I'll answer John Farmer.
John Farmer in?
John Farmer, he says, which of these four ladies were in a beauty contest? That was Gail.
No, that would be the one on the left-hand side, the bottom left.
No, Gail. It was Gail.
Gail was in the beauty contest?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, and John Farmer is saying which one of these four ladies were in a beauty contest. And I said it was Gail.
A what contest?
A beauty contest.
Oh my goodness.
Were you in a beauty contest?
Oh,
Gail?
you said nudie. I'm like, what? You were breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, that's why I kept asking you what.
You did. You kept what? So you were in a beautiful. You were in a beauty contest.
She was, and
Gail
I believe she was first runner up. Or did you win it, Gail?
Well, I was in several. I won some. I ran runners up some.
Okay.
That was, during high school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, did you like enter like the Miss Florida stuff, or
No,
like
no, I
Miss?
never went that far. I
It's like
was just in the, local, a few counties over, like the Miss Sunrise and some of
okay,
the high school pageants and what have you.
I gotcha. Well, before I let you guys go, is there anything that you all want to say? Like I said, I could talk to you guys all night, but I don't want to keep you guys all night. You know,
Just
and I do
I
appreciate you.
appreciate everybody being here and sharing everybody's birthday with us for so many years. It was just a very private, kind of lonely affair, and so this means the world to us.
Can we
Yes.
do this every year? Because I wanted to be there this year. I wanted to come back, but couldn't. Can we do this every year? Can we celebrate your dad's birthday like this every year with like?
sure. Hopefully next year we'll be really celebrating.
I hope we're celebrating long before that. Yes, I hope we are celebrating before that. And then, so Anne, next year it's a date. So we're all going to come back and celebrate Dawn's birthday again next year. And Linda says yes. Yeah, and yes, Anne.
If the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, of course I'll be here with bells on.
What is that? What? What?
You've never heard if the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise?
No, but this is also the person who said to me one time, something about a tail, and I'm sitting on mine or something. What was that? What was that?
That's her tail. I'm sitting on mine.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I never heard that before either. No, I've not heard the other one. And so, do you all say crick instead of creek?
Well, everybody knows that everybody thinks that it has to do with the creek and water, but actually it was back in the Western days, and it was the Cree Indians, not the creek.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to go look it up. I'm gonna have to go.
Okay, you
look
do
that
that.
thing up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn more because the last year it was that's her tail. I'm sitting on mine, and now I have this one here that I can look up. Linda's saying that you have a lot of sayings, Anne.
I'm just a little country girl, is all I am.
You're sweet, sweet Anne McQueen. All right. Anything else you all want to say before we go?
Thanks for helping us celebrate.
Yeah,
Thanks for being there.
Thanks.
Thanks for all the kind comments that I got today. Hope everybody didn't get too tired of me.
Nobody's going to get tired of you. And I can tell you that I'm sure everybody who's watching wants to say thank you all for letting us be a part of this special day, because it is. I felt really special last year that I could spend the afternoon and evening with you all, and to do it again, it's really an honor. And thank you for letting us be a part of it.
Thank you.
All right. You all don't leave yet, but I'm going to tell everybody bye, but you girls don't go, and then I'll end this, and then I want to talk to you guys real quick before we go. All right. Anyone in the chat want to say anything? We'll give like 30 seconds before I start saying we're out of here. All right. Miranda said, happy birthday. Thanks for sharing your memories. Y'all are sweet, beautiful ladies. And yes. All right, great. Good night, Linda. Linda's still watching. Good night, Mom. Gladys. They're saying good night, Gladys. So, all right, everybody, stay safe out there. And Gail, Donna, and Linda, thank you so much for being here. Millbilly says, God bless you all. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for celebrating Don Lewis's birthday with us. On behalf of his family and myself, we're out.